All right, we are live for the super awesome football show with PRC and Fax. I am joined by Fax. How are you doing today, man?
Good, man. Not on the road and on time. I mean, wow, what a day. What a
It's a
day.
twofer today.
I know. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like rested. But yeah, dude, what a day. Football, football, football. That's all I've been thinking about. Football.
I kind of get jealous sometimes. Not really, but like I'm like he's always busy, and like I haven't done shit today. Today I picked up a Jose Cuervo grill, and that's all I did. Or it's like a fire pit thing.
Yeah, I'm literally Sunday is like my one day or like it's the one day where like all day it's known that I'm just gonna like be watching football. So wife's pretty good about that. And then like Monday nights and Thursday nights, she'll just like let me have my evenings. But other than that, yeah, like after this, like today for the afternoon slate, I think I'm probably gonna turn on Red Zone, be watching it, but then also like looking at the drain pump and hoses in my washer because it's still annoying me. So I gotta go fuck with it a little bit.
See, domesticated life is crazy. Like I'm just gonna turn on football and maybe like I bought more cards because I'm like addicted. So
There you go. Oh, we got a bunch of them. Cause I was down in Florida because my grandpa passed away and we were at his funeral. But when we were going through his stuff afterwards too, he apparently had these collections of cards as well, and he has a Mickey Mantle that we didn't get to see, so we think one of somebody took it because it was supposed to be in the box. But then he had like all of these like Derek Jeter, Michael Jordan on the Barons cards. Like I was talking to Luke McKay, you know Luke. I was talking to Luke about it because he knows about cards, and we were going over the rating. But pretty sweet stuff. I'll have to share some pictures.
what are you gonna do with it?
Oh, I think my dad is taking them, or my brother, who's also really into it, is gonna help him out with like I don't know, moving it around or whatever. He does. I don't know anything about cards. So
Yeah,
I
you
just
could be
know what
sitting
my
on
brother tells me.
retirement fund there. Probably not. As I've learned in the car world, you're usually just sitting on a shit ton of cardboard. But you know, who
Yeah.
knows? All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into some fucking football. Let's stop talking about domesticated stuff. And I'm excited about this fire pit, though. It should be cool. It's shaped like a Jose Cuervo kind of bottle. I don't know. It's cool.
Oh,
It's not.
I know what you're saying. It's kind of
Do
like
you know
those
what I'm talking
solo
about?
stoves.
Yes, it's like a
Yeah.
triangle.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Mm-hmm.
guess what's the three-dimensional triangle?
Pyramid.
Duh. Thank you for being smart. I was like thinking about yeah. Okay. Wow. Very smart. So
Football.
I want to
Football.
start with my first topic, and I'm just going to add it to the stage right here because there's a lot of like you said your first topic was going to be Notre Dame committed murder yesterday, but I want to talk about UAB actually almost committed murder in the
Oh
literal sense
yeah,
yesterday.
dude. I
Uh,
completely forgot about that. I like looked at
yeah,
it and scoffed, and that was real. Yeah.
yeah, a UAB football player before the game just decided to go to the practice facility and stab two of his teammates for unknown reasons. But there's only two reasons when a 19-year-old stabs somebody like that at like a school. They fucked with his girl or they fucked with his weed. Those are the only two reasons. Is they put they did something with his girl or they put fentanyl in the fucking weed. I mean that's my
And
I'm
you
not.
kind
I'm
of
not. I'm no Nurse Kim. Like I don't have the. I'm not a big in the crime scene, but
yeah. Well, you want it to be deeper than that, but then like you go over the story again. It's like 19-year-old college. That's actually like 75% accurate, probably, of what the situation could be. It's probably over one of those two because it's just yeah, that's crazy though. Don't be stabbing your friends, guys. I don't think that ever ends well.
oh, when
I
you're
mean,
that young, it's only one of those two. Like I don't know what else is it gonna be. Like he fucked with his 401k. I mean, like
let's see.
so.
I,
Incidentally, and this kind of barstool related, the guy who stabbed the two people is named Mincy.
oh, look at
So
that.
Mincy stabbed two people in Birmingham yesterday. We can just clip that,
Mincy stabbed
and
two
that's
people
not a
in
lie.
Birmingham.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he was a redshirt freshman. He was 19 years old. I don't know. He either laced the fentanyl or fucked with this girl is the only two things. But that's kind of my big story I wanted to start off with. I don't. There's nothing more about that right now. We should have had Lauren Conlon on to kind of give us the breakdown of this. And
I
that's
know it's
another.
unfortunate, but I mean, yeah, as it goes deeper, I'm sure more will be uncovered. And Lauren and Nurse Kim will be on it. Lauren's more the reporter, and Kim is more the investigator, right?
She's
I think
more
I had
like
that right.
the.
An
She
analyzer,
adds
analyst.
the. Yes, thank you. You're good at using words today. I'm not. I
Well,
don't know what a
that's what.
three-dimensional fucking triangle is. I don't know what a fucking
No,
analyst is.
that one was cheating because I was an analyst in the army, so I already knew I had it. Yeah, so I cheated. I'm sorry.
I got one more true crime news just for you real quick. And it's football related. Mark Sanchez, the guy who he stabbed, he was originally suing Mark Sanchez and Fox for damages, emotional damages, shit like that. But now he's also suing St. Elmo's Steakhouse for over serving Mark Sanchez.
No,
And I have to draw the fucking line there. That is a staple of Indianapolis. That is Indianapolis. Everybody comes, they go to St. Elmo's Steakhouse. It's not the best steakhouse in Indianapolis. It's probably the third or fourth best steakhouse, but it is a staple. Everybody comes. They talk about the shrimp cocktail. Charles Barkley talks about the shrimp cocktail. Everybody. And to shut that down, this DoorDash driver is off his fucking rocker.
I think the court will realize the mistake that he's made and hopefully amend it because that's Peyton's place. Don't go in there.
That's everybody's fucking place. Don't do that. Now you're just going for a money grab. Like, God, if St. Elmo's goes out of business because of this fucking DoorDash driver, I don't even. Downtown's going to be ruined. This guy's going to ruin Indianapolis. He's single-handedly
ruining this entire city.
I don't think that's hyperbole, but
it
could be.
I don't know. Might be on Mark Sanchez's side now. I don't know. Maybe that guy had a.
You're on Mark Sanchez's side?
I don't know. No, I didn't. I said maybe. I don't know. I gotta look through the weeds of the case before I pick sides.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get to your figurative murder. You want to talk about Notre Dame?
Yes. Yes, because Notre Dame's victory yesterday obviously was a very big one, and also at the same time can be very easy to shake off. But for me, the way I'm looking at it about any team in any football capacity who hangs 7-0 on somebody is worth at least their college football playoff ranking of making it to the playoff, whether that be 1, 4, fucking 12, whatever. As long as I get that spot, because they're at 9 right now, I think. Unless they climb today or on the release, but or they're doing the college football playoff Tuesday. But
sorry, Freddie. Sorry.
Carry on.
Thank you for the notes.
Yeah, the weeb. All right. Anyways, so if you hang at 70 on an opponent, that's it. You're in there. So for me, Notre Dame yesterday was just great. And I mean, what is it? When did Love go out after 3 touchdowns? He was just good. What was it? 3 touchdowns, 179 yards or something like that?
Yeah. Can I tell you some insane fucking stats about that game that just makes it even more crazy?
Please do.
So Notre Dame was up 21-0 before the offense even touched the ball. 21. They had 2 pick sixes and a punt return. So before CJ Carr even took a snap, Notre Dame was up 21-0. And Jeremiah Love finished with 3 touchdowns, 171 yards, 179 yards. I don't know. Freddie can fix that for us. But he 170 plus yards on how many carries? Do you know? Yes.
I don't know.
8.
Wait. 8. Oh, I was about to say, I was like, what, 6? 8?
Jeremiah Love had 8 carries for 170 plus yards. That's like Bordeaux YouTube college football 26 shit, man. They averaged 16 or 17 yards per carry. And 70 to 7.
8 171 yards. Yep. 3 touchdowns. 171. Perfect. Pats
are back. We will get to that question when we get into NFL. That's a good question. No, No, but I don't get this Miami rhetoric. Like everybody thinks that like there's a growing contingent that thinks Miami should get in there over fucking Notre Dame because they beat them on the field. But that was week fucking 1.
Yeah, and that's like 128 time of possession. That's insane. Just
That has to be the most like statistical anomaly game in the history of statistical anomalies. That's just fucking weird. But
yeah, that
you think
was.
Miami should get in over Notre Dame?
I mean, if you would have asked me, yeah, at the beginning when it happened, yeah, but like no, not anymore. Not at this point. Not the way that Notre Dame's playing. They're showing that rough start, but now they're in the driver's seat and they're kind of controlling their own destiny. Same type of feeling, where it's just go in there, do your job, and maybe we'll make it to the championship again. So I don't know because it's just like Jeremiah Love. I think Jeremiah Love should be in the playoff over Miami.
Yeah. And there should be no question now that Jeremiah Love should get the Heisman. I mean, I know Fernando Mendoza is like minus 150 to get it, but Jeremiah Love is just a different fucking player out there.
He is like he is doing what JT is doing to the Colts, except like in a college atmosphere on God mode. Because like obviously in the NFL, nobody's really going to be able to do what Jeremiah Love can do against college teams. But it's kind of that equivalent where the running game has just taken over your entire offensive operation to the point where now the defense and special teams can kind of take that rest, and therefore it's kind of all balanced. But the offensive attack is insane.
Yeah. So if you were gonna do the Heisman, you go Jeremiah Love too, right? Jeremiah Love above everybody, and then fucking Mendoza or Sayin?
So I would say, yeah, Love. Well, Love obviously won one because he's the same story as Genty, where he is like making his team into the playoff. It is just the Notre Dame Loves, just like it was the Boise State Genties. And then for second, I don't know. I'm leaning towards Mendoza just because Sayan's weapons kind of create opportunities versus Mendoza's clutch playability kind of makes a better case for the most valuable player. He is the player that gives most value to his team. Whereas Ohio State, you could argue that Jeremiah Smith is the most important player. So, Mendoza kind of gets my favor in that way.
And I want to add on to that. Like it was evidence yesterday when they played Rutgers. Like Julian Sayin had 170 yards and a couple touchdowns. Pretty pedestrian game, and it's because he didn't have his fucking NFL wide receivers in the game. Like Jared Smith was out. I think all their 3 top receivers were out that game, and Julian Sayin was okay against Rutgers, which is possibly them and Purdue, probably the worst 2 teams in the fucking Big Ten, and he did all right.
Yeah, you could actually. We can. Oh shit! I just lost my thought completely.
That's right.
But
This brings up that someone says you look pale and they're concerned.
oh, it could be the light. The light's kind of bright in here. That could be it.
And then,
Fluorescent bulb.
and right when you lost your thought too. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I know. Fax looks like a gay porn star from the 70s. You like the stash. Thank you.
That's kind of a compliment.
I mean, it is. I'm assuming they had to be good looking then. I would have to investigate personally, but I'm assuming it's a good thing.
In my, if someone told me I look like a gay porn star from the 70s, I would be like, thank you.
I just remembered because I was like looking at Notre Dame rankings because what's it face? Roscoe had a comment earlier. He's like, Notre Dame is loaded. I'm like, I don't think they're loaded. Like Jeremiah Love makes them look good. CJ Carr isn't like this generational talent. They don't have they don't have anyone on their team who is just like, I don't know. It's like even with Ohio State, like for instance, it's Julian Sayin, Jeremiah Smith, and Carnell Tate. It's just like you can kind of go down the list. Whereas Notre Dame, you're not having these guys that are just popping off of the page like everyone else does. So that's literally more what I was saying.
He said the backup running back for Notre Dame is nasty too. Yeah, he is. He doesn't get enough touches though, but he did yesterday. He had like a
Anyways,
60-yard run too. But
yeah, we can move on from fucking Notre Dame.
anything
I just
else in
realized
college
it's funny.
football? I'm gonna
College
favorite that
football.
neighborhood story too.
Yeah, college football. I just wanted to say, Arch Manning is officially back. I guess he's just doing everything now, so that's good for him. I'm glad that he has that. And then Kentucky versus Vandy. You actually lied to me. You lied
I
to
did.
me. Yep.
Oh, I said Kentucky was on the way up, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. And I bet him. I was like,
Did
PRC
you?
Kentucky's on the way up. Yeah, I was like, I'll do it. And then it didn't work. But other than that, finally, so we can put a bow on college football. Andrew Luck is building a dynasty, slowly but surely. People definitely overreacted to the clip, but it was a nice clip to see. Like, it was a great
Yes.
clip. They
Yes,
were like,
we had that.
yeah, a little too much, but yeah.
It's huge. It was great to be as a player and now be as a GM and watch these guys. I'm going to watch here for a second. Oh, ball! Go, Jay, go! Go, Jay! Go!
That was fun.
There you go.
It's good to see Andrew Luck having fun again. And
exactly.
Everybody says like he's this big book nerd and everything like that. He's a football nerd. Like the excitement he had was total football nerd, especially like at the very end. It wasn't in the clip that we had on Twitter, but when he was talking to the reporter, he was like, "All right, I appreciate it, thank you," and then just like hit him like a coach. Like I was like, that guy is the ultimate football guy of football guys.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I love it. I'm glad that he's doing well, and perfect timing, but yeah, and also that was tough, yeah. He essentially was like, "Here, let me watch this play," and it just so happened to be this game-changing play. Like, can't write it better. Can't write it better.
It almost makes you think it was like scripted. Like we both touched our hair because Pat's back said the hair is fire.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
I thought you
subconscious.
did. Yeah.
I did it subconsciously.
I'm just the insecure one here. Okay, it's just all right. Never mind.
All right, so then on to the NFL.
You want to get to NFL?
Let's do it because we have a very, very, very important game to start. Biggest game of the year for us, at least so far. I have one other game that I would put above this one. But yeah, Colts versus Chiefs. Colts versus Chiefs. Yes. This is the one where we figure out if the king is officially dead and if we're officially good. Like, are we making a run type stuff? There's a lot I have to say. I don't know. Anything you want to start off with?
Yeah, I do. I think the Colts are definitively better than the Chiefs this year. I think the Chiefs are on the way out. I think they don't have what they used to. That said, I think this is a very awkward spot that the Colts have to play the Chiefs in. With the Chiefs coming off 2 losses and they got their backs against the wall, the Colts are rolling again. The Colts are prone to have games where they just kind of go through a walkthrough and lose. And this is like, if you were to pick a spot, it would be at Kansas City, 1:00 game. Chiefs have lost 2 in a row, backs against the wall. They got everything to play for. I don't think the Chiefs Colts is kind of coming a rivalry because the Colts have beat them lately, but I don't think the Colts will care as much as they do about other games, if that makes sense. I don't think the Chiefs has the allure that it used to, but I don't know. I just think it's a tough spot. But I like the Colts. They're just better. They're better than the Chiefs this year, but it's a tough spot.
Yeah, I agree. If the Chiefs going to play our friends, yeah, that's actually valid. I don't disagree with Freddie at all.
I could see that happening today, sadly.
I could see it happening, but all week my gut instinct is been the Colts can beat them. It's just kind of been this is the time we can finally slay the dragon and move on, because it's just kind of we are already 2-0 against them in the regular season with Patrick Mahomes as the starting QB. Patrick Mahomes has never beaten the Colts in the regular season, the only team he has never beaten. So if we do just like the 3-0, it's almost going to feel like a sweep because it's like we're pushing them completely out of the playoff picture. We're putting our place up, and we're showing that we can compete with the other big boys. So there's a lot of options, but I'm really excited for this. And not only is it an important game for the Colts, but I think this is an important game for Jonathan Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor needs to go off in this game, like Jeremiah Love type stats, maybe minus the minimal carries, but yardage and touchdowns wise, yeah, like it's a good day for him to go off. And I think we need to show that it's like, yeah, this is our MVP. Put him in there. And then Daniel Jones just needs to perform.
Chiefs are top 10 in run defense. Just putting that out there.
Yep.
But actually, that has never actually made a difference in NFL because anytime I've used that stat for anytime touchdown or like a prop, it never actually manifested in anything. It never actually like, oh, well, they have the 31st ranked fucking pass defense, so this quarterback's going to throw for 250. Never works like that. It's fucking totally random.
Yep.
So I'm going to go back to the comment that Pasterback asked. Are you guys ready to make Daniel Jones the highest paid QB in the NFL this offseason? Not when we got Anthony Richardson in the background. No.
Yeah, come on. We have our franchise just sitting there waiting to get in. But I personally don't think so. I wouldn't pay him to be the highest paid quarterback in the NFL. I think that sounds ridiculous, but I mean, it's to each their own. It's just like I want to pay the best quarterback in the NFL the most amount of money, and if my quarterback isn't that, I don't want them equating themselves to that, especially when this year he's been playing well, absolutely, but he's been doing this whole fucking, I don't even know how to describe it. He's just been playing his role versus kind of going to that elite status. Once he makes that jump, then for sure. But right now, like, you can get him on a good deal, and I don't think you have to pay him more than like Jordan Love.
I'm not sold on Jones completely. I'm sold on the Jones archetype, and I think there's other quarterbacks that fit that archetype. I think there's good, reliable point guards out there that can just service the game. So I don't necessarily put it on Jones. I don't know. It's hard to say because it's hard to quantify because we are much better with Jones now. But I think it was just we are much better with a serviceable quarterback. Not we are much better with Daniel Jones. If that makes any sense.
No, it does. It makes perfect sense, and I 100% agree with it. Like I already said, and I'll eat it every week. I was wrong about Daniel Jones being worse than every single quarterback that in the NFL. But at the same time, it's like I'm not going to throw the bag at him yet, too, because we haven't even got to the playoffs yet. This is regular season shit.
We really haven't done shit. We just won 8 games. But
yep.
So what's the other big game you were talking about? You said this could be the biggest game.
Oh yeah. So look, it's more
Browns,
of a potential
Raiders?
game. No. I was just talking about for the Colts because the.
Oh.
Yeah. The Colts. I was going to say potentially our Super Bowl would be the Patriots in the playoffs. I think
it always is.
Yeah,
anytime
but I think
Patriots is the biggest game in the fucking season.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, let's get into Patriots Bengals. That's 1:00. We got Burrow. Is he back? I heard rumors, rumblings.
No, not active today. They're saying it's still Flacco. Yep. Still Flacco. So I guess we just gotta.
Yeah. So Sigmund Freudahan, good guy. He's liking the Patriots team total over 29.5 today. Do you think the Patriots are going to go crazy on this Bengals defense like I think Pittsburgh did a couple weeks ago when it was like 48-47 or something like that?
Yeah, I do. I actually think just because the Bengals defense has literally been a shell of what a defense in any football capacity is supposed to be, and the offense for the Patriots, Drake May, one of the MVP candidates, has been on fire. So they're going to want to see him wheel and deal today. And I got a feeling this could be a game where it's like it today it's going to be a lot of Drake May's performance versus Jonathan Taylor's performance, I think. And whoever does better is going to be more of the favorable conversation. I think it's totally possible, though, that Drake May could either be equal if they both have amazing games, or even higher if he has goes off for 280 yards, 3 touchdowns, whatever. But I think that they could actually hurt this defense because they're not really playing for Joe Burrow because Joe's not in.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, oh, it's already gone then. Because if they lose today, there's a chance, but it's a very, very small one.
Yeah, I think part of me, it's the biased. I hate the Patriots in me again. Every week I'm like, this has got to be a letdown game. But then when I objectively go back and look at it, I'm like, the Bengals without Burrow just don't have what it takes to stop. Even a mid-level Drake May game today would be enough to take down the Bengals. And I think you're absolutely right. I think today is the day where the MVP gets someone pulls away, because it has been Drake May or Jonathan Taylor for a while now, and they've both just been. I mean, as good as Jonathan Taylor has been these last few weeks, Drake May has been just as good as well. So like it's neck and neck, and so I think really one of those two is going to have a breakout, and one of them's going to just kind of fall behind. And I think if we're looking at it, I mean, if you're talking about the Chiefs, Colts in a letdown spot, and the Patriots having basically a free holiday to go down to Cincinnati and just chuck up as many balls as they want and not really care because the Bengals offense can't do shit. So it would skew towards Drake May today, but anything can happen.
Agreed.
Any other good 1:00 games you like? I'm off the fucking Vikings. I talked so much about the Vikings. I was so proud of the fucking Vikings. I said this is it, and then JJ McCarthy is just that bad. He is the worst fucking quarterback I've ever seen in the NFL. He should be in the goddamn Arena League serving popcorn, not even fucking playing. Like there were throws that a high schooler could have fucking made. Just yes, Pasternak said the best. He's horrendous. He is fucking worse than horrendous. He doesn't have the balls to set him on the field. It looks like he's scared every time he goes out there. He goes back to the fucking bench and he's like, oh, don't worry, guys. I got this. And then when he goes out on the field, he's a fucking pussy again and he can't throw the ball.
Oh,
I'm
man.
just fucking done with the Vikings, man.
I mean, yeah, it's tough. I did write that game down. It was the last game I wrote down because I went back up and I was like, we could talk about it because we got to talk about 9, the dog, the demon. Yeah, he's really bad because when you have Justin Jefferson on your team and you cannot have him with league-leading stats halfway through the season, that's bad. And you can't say that about a lot of receivers. You could only say that about basically Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and a few others. But he should be having a lot more targets, receptions, yards, touchdowns, everything really. And if JJ McCarthy can't get him the ball, it's kind of like, dude, that's an NFL receiver, not a college receiver. Just fucking throw it. He has more of a catch radius than everyone you've thrown to your whole career. He has better hands, everything, better route running. Like, he needs to learn that he's in the NFL and everything just jumps around like a fire. It's not really like this structured, scripted thing. Bad.
And Justin Jefferson is so fucking good. You don't even have to throw a dime to him. Just throw it somewhere in the vicinity of him, and he'll make the play happen. And McCarthy can't even throw it in the fucking vicinity of him. That's how terrible he is. Like, I'm so off. And like I said, this is last week was when the Bears meet their doom.
Yeah.
The Bears, and I said the Bears can't keep getting away with this shit. So we got the Steelers-Bears at 1:00 too. And it appears that the Bears are still going to keep getting away with this shit because I think Aaron Rodgers is out now.
Yeah, he was fighting tooth and nail to play. I don't know if it was officially announced if he's playing or not. Because they were saying
it's Mason Rudolph now.
Okay. Because it was like this morning, it was like he was walking around. Everyone's like, oh my God, is he actually going to try to start? But I guess.
So it's just like the Bears. I keep saying the Bears can't get away with this shit, but apparently the Bears can get away with this shit. Like, because they're just having one of those scripted, like the Pacers last year, man. Shit just happened for us, and it's like shit's just happened for the Bears. I was like, after that Vikings game last week, I was like, all right, the Bears got away with another one. They're not going to get away against a tough fucking Steelers team. This is where they meet their maker. And then Aaron Rodgers is out. So congratulations, Bears. You scraped by another fucking game, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just,
yeah. Hey man, that NFC North. I don't know. I grew up around it. It's pretty tough. Pretty tough.
It's a wild card. Every game is just a toss up.
I know, and they all just try to kill each other. It's great.
Any other 1:00 games you like? We talked about Vikings, Colts, Patriots, Bears.
Is Jags Cards 1:00 or 3:00?
That's a 4:00.
4:00, excuse
me. 3:00 your time, yeah.
4:00 Eastern. Yeah, got it.
Does it suck being in Central Time and the sun sets at like 3:30?
It didn't used to suck. When I was a kid, it was all I knew, so whatever. But then, yeah, all of my adult life was on Eastern Time. So it's becoming a thing now where I'm driving home at 4 p.m. and I'm like, shit, it's dark. At first, I was telling my wife, I was like, dude, this is just how it is. But then as like the week went on, I'm like, I don't like this.
I went to Florida once during Thanksgiving break with my parents, and like it got dark literally around like 3:45, and I was like, this is the most depressing thing I've ever like been through. It's terrible. Fucking sucked.
But no, I'm ready to move on to the afternoon. I got two.
So Jags Cardinals you were talking about.
Yes, Jags Cardinals. Just because I wanted to talk about the Cardinals mostly. I mean, the Jaguars, obviously, they're doing something that's good enough to keep them in the race. And with the way that they're playing and the way that the Texans are playing, there might be a bigger race depending on how we play too. It forces us to be better. So the Jags, increasing our competition, I don't mind that. Trevor Lawrence sucks, but everybody knows that. On the other side, you got the Cardinals, and I'm just curious as what the Cardinals are going to do because they play competitive every game. They're losing a lot of these games. They have a backup quarterback and a starting quarterback who's injured, not even injured. They're done with him, I'm pretty sure. So now it's like, so are these guys going to start tanking today? That's my question. I want to see how they do. I don't think Jacoby Brissett has it in him to tank, but
no.
Maybe they start looking to the future towards something to give some help in Arizona to Marvin Harrison Jr. and I don't know, Greg Dortch, but like Trey McBride. They have a decent team. They could draft well and then like be back in it. They need like a quarterback, maybe a younger running back because James Conner's so old. Like they have a chance to do it, but I just wanted to kind of make that note as the Cardinals like keep an eye because they're a spoiler team, but at the same time, I feel like they could be a tank team here soon.
The problem you got is Jacoby Brissett. He's just not the type of dude that's going to fucking tank. He's not the type of dude that's going to win a bunch of games. Like the Cardinals are doing exactly what a Jacoby Brissett team does is they compete, they make it tough, but they don't win. And so I think this game is going to go I don't see a tank in it. I think Cardinals are 1.5 dogs. I'm going to take the Jags just because the Jags will probably win by a field goal. That's probably a good game for me to get in on. I like the 1.5. I don't see a tank. I don't see a runaway by the Jags in this game too. I see it close in the fourth quarter, and then Brissett just kind of fucking just can't get over the hump right there, and then just fucking. I like the Jags. I don't see the Cardinals tanking just because Brissett's he's not that dude that does that shit.
Right. Yeah.
One game I want to talk about. This is probably the big game in terms of nationally is the Eagles Cowboys.
America's game of the week. It's always the game of the week. You know what I mean? Every time.
Eagles Cowboys. Everybody fucking loves that game. This guy on X, he's a Minifan. He's an Australian. I've never seen him on the show. I don't know his name totally. Dan Doherty. So did you see his pick? He made a video. I'm going to share it real quick. It's actually a pretty damn good video. Hopefully, Twitter doesn't always have the best video downloading. The audio doesn't go great, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see what he does. I like the pick, and I like his video. I'm going to share his video because it's pretty fucking cool, actually. So we'll do that real quick.
24th in the NFL against the run. The Eagles' offensive line is guaranteed to create daylight. Our target has already found the end zone 6 times this season, including a rushing touchdown against Dallas in Week 1. Dallas has given us a gift, and our target is ready to unwrap it. The future has spoken. You are taking Saquon Barkley touchdown at plus 102. It's already done. Don't tell anyone. Danny Midnight, he's not a time traveler. He's not actually seen the future. All prophecies are for entertainment purposes only.
I like that.
Shout out
I like
Dan.
that video. I thought it was pretty damn good, and I like the pick too. I think he made some compelling points against the Cowboys run D right there, and Saquon hasn't hit in a couple games, and I think he's due. And a 4:00 game, Eagles Cowboys. I mean, Saquon's gonna want to score a touchdown in that shit.
Oh, it's against the fucking Cowboys. He has to. I mean, they have a lot to do, especially with how lackluster and shitty their offense has been with who they have. Like, let's go, pick it up. Let Saquon do something.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I think that's almost a lock. So it's just like,
yeah. No, as soon as I saw that shit this morning, I just went straight to DraftKings. We're DraftKings sportsbook people here, and placed it. So I don't know. I mean, that's my lock of the week. I also like the Jags against the Cardinals there, but I think that's a rat line. So if I may look stupid doing that because usually 1.5 is the rat line. Patriots, I'd love to get that number down to 7. 7.5 kind of paves the way for a garbage backdoor fucking cry about a game right there. Like, they're up 21-7. And then, or it's probably going to be way more than that. They're up 35-21 or something like that. 35-14, and then 2 fucking dumb touchdowns in the last 5 minutes of the game by the Bengals. We'll probably make that. So if you can get that at 7, I like that. Chiefs Colts, I'm just going to enjoy that one. Ravens Jets. Ravens are 14.5 favorites. Usually when you get something that big, you usually take the Jets. And I hate the fucking Jets. They had a chance last Thursday to fucking cover and go over if they just kicked a field goal. They were down by like 17 or something, and they decided to just go for it when they had Justin Fields, who's the worst fucking quarterback. No, he's not, because J.J. McCarthy exists. If J.J. McCarthy did not exist, Justin Fields would be the worst fucking quarterback. But I don't want to bet the Jets again. I don't want to torture myself like that, but 14.5 is a big fucking number in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it's almost always a guaranteed underdog pick, but it's like the one team. It's the one team that you're like, I don't know. It could be you guys that just get absolutely dog walked. So it's just like, it's scary but the way they've been playing lately, I don't know. I didn't want to touch that game just because of that back and forth I was having. And for the Patriots game, I took the over. So I didn't even choose a team just because, obviously the money line's forever, but I was just thinking, okay, if the Patriots run the table, but the Bengals have been known to still have a good offense. So I see that over hitting, 49.5. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it could be like a 30-33 something, or it could even be like a 42-28. Bengals still get 4 touchdowns even though they struggled.
You just got to root for some points from the Bengals. The Patriots are definitely going to do their job. But it's kind of like one of those fucking SEC games yesterday when the SEC just decided to take the week fucking off, and you got Alabama, Eastern Illinois, and it's like 54.5, and you're like, so will Alabama score 55 points? Because Eastern Illinois is not going to score a fucking point. And they did. Alabama scored 56, so they covered that. So that was a nice little thing. Last thing, and then I'll tell my story because someone wanted to ask about my neighbor. So I've been talking about that forever. Night game, Bucks Rams. Who you got?
I've been feeling it all week. So I need to be on the opposite side because everyone else is on the other side. I want the Bucks upset. I want it like a quick punch to the mouth upset. I have them on one of my slips as +7, so I have them at least covering. But I think it's possible. All of a sudden, like it's just going to determine like if the NFL goes through the Rams or if it's possible for another
Yep.
team to step up. But if they punch the Rams in the mouth, kind of catch them off their guard, like Baker has it in him. He does have it in him. That's why it's like before it's like if this happens, but Baker has done it before. So like it's totally within reality.
Yeah.
It's more so
No.
that the rest of his team's on board, but
I
then
see-
again,
Yeah,
you know?
I see parallels with fucking the Chiefs Colts and the Rams Bucks. The Bucks, I think, have lost 2 in a row, and they're kind of in the backs against the wall situation. The Rams have been coasting. I see parallels. I see parallels there, and I could definitely see Baker going off. I could see the Rams aren't infallible. They can be beat. The Colts almost did it if Adonis Mitchell didn't decide to just throw the game for us, but they can be beat. I like the Bucks. I think I'm going to take the Bucks too. I'm going to take that +7. I'll probably sprinkle a little bit on the money line, but 7's a nice little thing. I could definitely see this game being a 4 point game at the very end right there. I don't see the Rams win, but I don't think they've ran away from anybody really. I could be totally wrong about that, but
I think there's a couple people they were Seahawking a couple weeks ago. They were doing the same thing at the same time as the Seahawks. Or I just can't remember specific teams, but they've had a couple of them where they just fucking put them to bed early.
check.
There you go. I'll go over because I
Saints.
got Saints. Oh yeah, who isn't going to do that for the most part?
And the Jags, 35-7.
Jags.
So.
That's right, because that's when the Jags were looking like they were going to fall apart, and then they kind of had climbed back. Let's say for today, for the picks, I got Seahawks -12.5, over 49.5 for Pats, Bengals, Colts +3.5. I got faith in my boys. Cleveland Browns money line against the Raiders, and the Bucks +7. That's like +3,253. That's just one of my dumb little baby bets that has a high payout I wanted to put in. So I love doing those sometimes. And then my Colts parlay is Warren 40+ receiving, Pierce 50+ receiving, Jonathan Taylor 80 rushing, Jonathan Taylor anytime, and Colts +3.5. So
nice.
I'm looking for I'm manifesting a good Colts day. So let's just make it happen.
I'm all for that too. Yeah, I got the Bucks +7. I got the Jags -1.5. Even though I would caution people that's probably a rat line, and I'm an idiot going down a scary road right there. I am going to take that Bengals Patriots over 50, just because you talked me into that. And Saquon Barkley anytime touchdown. I think that's a fucking guaranteed lock.
There you go.
I think the 2 ones I feel best about are that Saquon Barkley TD and the Bucks +7 right there. Those are my 2 big ones. All right. So it is 1:00, and someone asked this, and this is, did you ever tell the neighbor story? And I guess I've been saying I will, and I haven't for like a month. So I'll just tell it. When I was a kid, I moved to this neighborhood called Steinmeier in Indianapolis. I lived on the street called 72nd Place. Anyways, so I moved there. Right, a couple houses down from me was this weird fucking dude. Never came out of his house. If you drove by his house, he always had mannequins in each window, like set up in elaborate scenes like Home Alone. And he would have the mannequins in there 24/7. Creepiest fucking thing I ever saw. Just weird, just totally weird. Everybody thought he was a weird dude. Went to high school. Turns out later that he was a serial killer. His name was Herb Baumeister, and he owned this drugstore, and the drugstore fucking sucked. Because we had a bunch of good drugstores. This drugstore sucked, but it was going out of business. He basically used all the equity in it to buy this giant, like almost I'd say like a ranch, like a big ass place in this town called Westfield, which is now a big ass fucking town in Indiana. But back then it was pretty small. It was pretty secluded. And he bought it, huge property, big yard, big pool, everything. And so what he would do is he would go out. He was living in the Steinmeier house at the time, but he still had this property. What he would do is Saturday nights he would go downtown to Greg's or Ollie's, I forget, one of the gay bars downtown. Pick up a dude. He was married with kids, by the way, so he was just a closeted dude. He would pick up a dude, take him back to his house, have sexual relations, and then strangle him, usually with a hose or some kind of object around, and then bury him in his backyard. And I think it was like 15, 20 people that he killed. There's some speculation that he's also the I-70 killer. So he would drive from Indianapolis to Columbus, Ohio, and do the same thing and just bury him on the side of the road there. But it's one of those stories, when you see on Netflix and everybody's like, "Oh, I didn't see that coming. I had no idea." This was the exact opposite. When we all found out in high school that he was a serial killer, we all basically were like, "This checks out.
Yeah.
This absolutely checks out."
Sounds about right.
Mannequins in his window, never came out. Had a weird kids, weird wife, everything. It was just the weirdest fucking dude. And so his name was Herb Baumeister. Just a fucking weird dude. That was just a weird cul-de-sac, to be honest with you. The guy who was across the street, I don't want to give names because he was my friend and stuff, but he stole a go-kart and one night and took it, got chased by the cops and took it on a bike trail and got beheaded by a wire. So that was a weird thing. Yeah. So this is at night. He stole a go-kart. Cops chased him. Was going down a bike trail. Got beheaded by a wire. That was my buddy. Kind of sucked. Actually, really, really sucked. I'm still friends with his older brother and his wife and stuff. But his older brother actually saved me when I fell into a lake one time, a frozen lake. But that's another story for another time. And then the neighbors next to the Baumeisters was a giant Vietnamese family, and one of them was my age. His name was Dat Ba, and Dat Ba was cool.
Yeah.
But the family was running like some kind of gambling ring in their basement, so they were always up. It was always loud right there. So for the longest time, I thought Dat Ba's family was the weirdest family in that little cul-de-sac. But turns out it was the Baumeisters, who turned out to be a serial killer. So that's that story. Anybody has any questions, you can always DM me about it. I don't mind talking about it. Don't really want to talk about my friend's story. I just kind of threw that in there because it was part of the craziness of all that. But that's the story, really. Didn't have a whole bunch of interactions with them. One time I got in a fight with the Baumeister's son. He tried to. This is how I knew they were weird. He tried to beat me up with He came running at me with a in medieval jousting, he had a jousting stick for some reason, and he ran at me with a jousting stick, and I got out of the way and it got stuck in the fence, and then it just turned into a good old fashioned fist fight. But the minute he tried to attack me with the fucking jousting stick, I definitely knew the family was fucking weird. I was like, first of all, who has a fucking jousting stick in their house? Like, and say you're like 12 years old and you're about to go fight somebody, or you're like, let me go grab my fucking jousting stick first.
Hold on, I got something for this guy.
Yeah,
he's not going to see this shit coming, and you wouldn't.
I didn't.
I mean, you'd see it, but when he first brings it,
it's like 8 feet long. But
yeah, I was going to say when he brings it, it's like, well, that's the last thing I thought he would bring.
But it's not very good in a short, a tight
more
situation.
For a horse distance type deal.
You see a guy running at you from like 50 feet away with a giant jousting pole. You're not just going to sit there and get hit by the jousting pole. You're just going to move out of the way. And then this guy's got a 50-pound jousting pole. He can't swerve on a dime. He can't do Saquon Barkley shit right there. Anytime touchdown score, lock of the week. But he can't do that shit.
No.
So you just get out of the way. You let his momentum take him into the fence, and then he's stuck with a pole like this. So you just come over the top and it's game over. But that's the story. So that's the neighborhood story. I got it out of the way. Everybody heard it. 107. So I think we'll play the outro and then we'll call it a day. You got anything else to say on that?
Go Colts.
Do you want the outro or do you want much crazy ambulance driving by the horses? Did you see that?
Ambulance. Crazy ambulance.
All right, watch this. I'm going to start over. Check this out. The ambulance is going the opposite way of the horses. That guy should be fired.
Yeah, that's not good.
God, thank God the fucking jockeys and the horses got out of the way, man. That could have been fucking brutal.
That would have been, that would have been like a very big pileup. No good.
Oh God,
Shit.
I can't even imagine. But what would, I don't know. We'll get it. That's the show. That's the show. I can't even. That'd be another 25 fucking minutes. Wondering what was going through that heads. But we're gonna play the outro. Get out of here.
All right. Peace out.
This is my show, this is my stream with phone calls. This is my show, whether it works or not, I love it. Taking calls, talking ball, at least that's the thought I had. This is my show, and this shit better work.